What's good, everybody? It's Wednesday. Welcome back. It's New Comic Book Day. If you're as excited about new comic books as I am on Wednesdays, you're in the right spot. Stay tuned. Let's talk New Comic Book Day. Everybody in the chat, throw in your picks for this week. Catch you in a bit. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's New Comic Book Day. I'm excited. I'm ramped up. Just got all pumped up and fired up over on Remy Q Studios channel, hanging out with those guys. Man, was that a blast. Cardboard Crazies, Remy Q. We had a dad joke of a time over there. All sorts of fun, laughing, giggling, and then the shirts came off. So you never know what you're going to get into. Sometimes it's going to be a ton of fun. Check out that rewind as soon as that posts. It's kind of a light week, I thought, right? This is actually kind of becoming the normal for me. I walked out of that LCS. You guys would be proud of me today. I walked out of that LCS for $40. I kid you not. Walked out of that LCS for $40, and I got all of these books. And stay tuned. I actually grabbed some wall books that you guys are going to want to see after we go through these New Comic Book Day books. So let's welcome everybody in the chat tonight. We got some great beard action going. We got some great lights going. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. Let's recharge those energy or oh man, Monday's creeping back into Wednesday again. Let's recharge those batteries and let's talk some comic books. So holy shit, look at this chat. Thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. We had Paul Dunn stopping in and saying, what's good? What's up? Ricky Markstadt's in the house. Absolutely. Steve White, good to see you, man. Hey, what's up? Blue Hellion Comics, thanks for being here. Yes, that was a blast. I cannot wait to do that show again. That's a ton of fun. I mean, there was shirts came flying off, underwear came out. It was a blast. You guys have to catch that. Actual Dracula, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Who else we got showing up here? Hey, Freaky Louie, man. Good to see you. It still baffles me how many people don't get your name right. It's literally Freaky Louie. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Remy Q Studios, speak of the man who basically told me to imagine him watching this without a shirt on. Oh, God, gravy. Mishu Seaman, hopefully you're fully loaded. Here we go, 8 p.m. Absolutely. Paul Dunn, there he is. Heyo. House of L Comics, Don Davis, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. I actually just received an AOK from Don today. I'm tempted to open it up later on here, but I think I'm going to save that for Monday because I've got an AOK Monday would be a really good show too. John's Comics with Kids, speaking of great shows, tune in to the Comic Court tonight, the greatest comic book show ever, where everybody's going to be going over Murder Hobo. That's going to be a fun time over there. Speaking of great people, X11 Bravo's Comics is in the chat. Thanks for being here. Absolutely. Uh-oh. It's just getting better. It's just getting better because here he is. We've got the great Herminio Reyes Jr.'s in the house. What's up, Big Herm Collectibles? Good to see you. That's another stream I can't wait to hang out on again. Absolutely. Marcelo Love, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Hello. Come on, Mama's in the house too. Hello. Steve White, there he is. Ooh, you picked up Nottingham 2-second print. Awesome. Very cool. Hope you keep yours on. Yeah, I'm going to keep my shirt on. I am going to keep my shirt on. Please keep your shirt on. I've seen enough with the rain this week. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was hot and steamy, and it wasn't just the temperatures out there. It's been a wet week here where we live. Oh, boy. John's Comics Kids, good evening. Andy, good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Hey, speaking of that, a little fist bump action for Zuni. How's it going, man? Good to see you as well. How many books, Andy? You know what? I should start actually counting these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I actually brought home 15 books. Only 13 of them were New Comic Book Day books, though. Peter Parker's Pants. Oh, awesome. Finally catching my dude, Comic Man 80 live. Good to see you, man. Peter Parker's Pants. Say that 4 times fast. Give it a shot. Stoutman, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Fail Alien, good to see you as well. Hello, all. Ernesto, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. Stephen Gunn, What it do, man? Oh boy, Andy, man. Good to see you. Still shirtless cardboard says, oh my. Thanks for being here. Everybody's here. Let's get into these books. And I'm very curious on what you guys think about these books as I'm going through these. Excuse me. Let me know if you guys picked them up, if you didn't pick them up, if you skipped it over, or if you did pick it up and you read it and it was terrible, or was it good? Either way, here we are, starting off with Marvel. No DC books this week for me. No DC books again, but Marvel. We've got Bounty Hunters issue number 13. It's the first grab. Wife is reading this series. I will get the rest of this series from her eventually. I've probably said that for 3 or 4 months in a row now that I'm going to get caught up on this. But eventually it's going to happen because now we're tying into War of the Bounty Hunters. I can't not read this tie-in. I got to find out what is going on. So that hits the reading pile. Thankfully, I can probably just read that issue and maybe the issue before and get current with War of the Bounty Hunters or caught up, if you will. And I'll be good there. Zombie Dance, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Howdy all. Speaking of Bounty Hunters, I went all covers, all copies, all printings for the War of the Bounty Hunters tie-in release event. So we've got that Bounty Hunters Pride cover, which is looking super awesome. That's going in the collection as well. And so oddly enough, this next variant for Bounty Hunters was limited to 1 per person at my shop. And I don't know if this issue of Bounty Hunters is a key or something. I haven't, like I said, I haven't read it. I haven't gotten caught up yet. So the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary, 50th anniversary? Is it 50? Oh my. The gold border variant here is not too bad. It's pretty good. It's in line with a lot of other Star Wars variants that I've seen. Somehow this was being limited to 1 per person. So maybe it was a low print run. I don't know. I don't know if it's a ratio. You guys tell me if it's a ratio like a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 25 or something like that. Either way, I was kind of surprised to hear that they limited them to 1 per person. Either way, definitely adding that to the collection. That one's probably going to actually look really good in a slab. Oh, yeah, you know what? You caught me with my pants down and I forgot to click it.
I love gold.
Yeah, that gold cover is pretty cool. That gold border is looking good. So that's it for Star Wars books. And I've got one more Marvel book. And I said, yeah, hey, why not? I wasn't sure what was going on, but I saw a ton of people talking about it online. Web of Spider-Man #1. Apparently new character being released in this series. Well, Marvel, new character equals... Yeah, this book was definitely limited to 1 per person. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man reader. I'll give it a quick read and I'll probably find somebody else that's interested in it and I'll send it that way or throw it in a pile of books for an AOK or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, you know, why not grab it? I'm literally almost grabbing everything else. There's so many other things that I skip every week that I might as well grab an extra book here or there. Moving on to Image. That was it for Marvel. Oblivion Song is back with issue 33. Something feels different about the art. I don't know. Had any of you guys here readers of Oblivion Song from the very beginning? Hey, Coffee Breath, good to see you. Thanks for being here. If you guys are Oblivion Song readers, is there something else about this in the art that feels different to you? It feels crisper and brighter for some reason. But things get crazy. The battle's definitely raging. This is going to get very interesting. I'm not going to spoil it. If you've been reading Oblivion Song, you're going to enjoy this issue. I wouldn't say that it knocked my socks off or blew me out of the water, but it was good. It was a great pickup from where they left off. And I'm glad to have them back. It's been, 3 months that they've been gone? Steve White, you passed on Web of Spider-Man. It looked too cartoony. I didn't even get a chance to open it up. I mean, bagged and boarded and threw it in the stack, and I had it out the door. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens here. So still sticking with Image. Oblivion Song ends soon? What? Holy shit. This is Oblivion Song is ending soon? Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that and find out more. I didn't even think to. I just saw Image ongoing series. They don't have The Walking Dead going. I figured Kirkman would keep one book, the pulse of one book, just going forever, much like he did Walking Dead. They'd have something constant on the shelf. I'm gonna have to look into that. And I kind of thought it was gonna be Oblivion Song was gonna be a big long run. What an Oblivion. Apparently this title is going to be an Oblivion. It's not going to be around much longer, but next up from Image is Geiger issue 3. I did not get a chance to read this. I only got to read about 3 or 4 of the stack, 3 or 4 of the books in the stack that I brought home. I was having so much fun over on Remy Q Studios with Cardboard Crazy and him that I just kept hanging out and kind of neglected my reading today, but that's fine. I can read it another day. Geiger 3, I haven't heard much from anybody on social media about this. This is a dope cover, though. This is a really dope cover. So the first 2 issues have me intrigued. I'm hoping hook, line, and sinker with issue 3 and 4, and we'll keep going with that. See what happens. Next up, from Image Comics, is one that I so truly loved, but I so feel truly lost right now, and that is Die issue 17. John's Comics with Kids. If you're still here hanging out, don't hate me for this. I didn't bother to read it. Die is one of those issues or one of those series that I've got to like disconnect myself from everything. I can't have any distractions when I'm reading Die. I feel like there's any flashing lights or any alerts from phones or there's a background TV, there's anything going on. I get so easily distracted from Die because there's so many multiple layers going on that I just end up getting lost in the read and not really understanding everything. So Die, I'm just going to keep buying, adding it to the reading pile. I'm probably going to get a trade from my library or a trade from my LCS and read it from start to finish. Because what do we got? Just a few more issues, right? We're going to 22, I think. If I remember correctly. Any of you D&D fans out there, remind me, is it 21 or 22? We're going to basically the number of the sides of a die for D&D, if I remember correctly. So there's cover A. I'm still digging the art, though. Cover B was actually super dark and looking great. Very awesome. I can't wait to see where the story goes, but I just got to disconnect. I got to disconnect from everything before reading that. Department of Truth is I'm the same way with the Department of Truth. I can't have any distractions. Otherwise, I kind of get lost and I have to go back and restart. Oh, 20. So we've got 3 issues left, Stoutman. Okay. I haven't played D&D for 20 years, so I don't know why I was thinking there's 21 or 22 sides to a die. Either way, moving right along. That was it for Image Books. Next up, IDW, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 117. This Turtles run has been so good from the very start. I'm about halfway into it that I'm just going to keep buying these and adding them to the reading pile. That's just me as a collector. If I'm enjoying a read so much that I'm going to make sure that I finish and actually get through that and see it all the way to the end, not only do I have to have every single issue, each single floppy issue, I'm eventually going to have the trades. Oh, Steve, if you're still on here, Steve Gunman, Steve's been picking up the hardcover deluxe editions of this, and I'm super jealous that he's actually made the time to do that and pick those up. He's picking up those deluxe hardcovers that Carson's been reading out of that I definitely want to get here sometime soon and add those to a bookshelf and then keep these. This series is eventually going to take up a whole short box. So I have a nice little Turtles short box sitting to the side there. Steve, if you're still with me, man, we definitely have to work out something where maybe I borrow one of those deluxe hardcovers from you. So moving right along, that's it for IDW. Moving on to what is definitely becoming one of my larger sections of my pull list every week, and that's Boom Studios. When issue 7 is out, I picked this up because thankfully a neighboring city's LCS that I went to and visited, I found issues 1 through 6 in a little care package for $15, and I'm like, pretty sure cover price, all 6 issues are more than $15. I don't know, I can't math at the moment, but either way, I missed out on Wind. I am wrong for doing that. I should have picked this up. A number of people a number of you guys have been telling me that Wind has been good and worth picking up. So definitely grabbing this off the shelf, and I'm going to make a mental note to add this to my pull list. That's another read I'm looking forward to getting caught up on. So Steve, yeah, I haven't read it yet. I just got issues 1 through 6 a couple of weeks ago, and it's still wrapped up in that package. That's one I'm going to sit down and disconnect and absorb and read. Speaking of reading books, I didn't even think about a cover of the week, but my read of the week is definitely going to be a 2-parter here. And it's with Boom Studios, and Eve issue 2 was out today. I am embarrassed to say I slept on Eve from Boom Studios. Wait, what did I just say? What just happened? Okay. I missed picking up Eve a month ago when it came out, issue 1 from Boom Studios. Because when I'm walking around and I've already got all my books in my hand, this cover, you eat with your eyes, right? If I've already got 6 to 10 issues that I'm planning on reading on a Wednesday, and I'm walking around, this doesn't kind of reach out and smack me in the face and say, "Hey, Comic Man Andy, this is your jam. Pick it up and check it out." At first glance, I see a teddy bear and I see a young girl. Not two things that really interest me all that much until Dank Comics and a couple other people like, you idiot. That teddy bear is an android. You need to check this out. This story is my jam. This is my jam. This has got post-apocalyptic kind of vibes going on with survival horrors type of situation. And it's done in a way that's not, it's not too far off to this side. It's not too far off to this side. It's not super gory and scary, but it's also not super lighthearted and cartoony. This kind of lands right in the middle that seems very agreeable for a lot of readers. And I think this is, I should have listened to people before to not leave this one on the shelf. This one, unfortunately, somebody went digging through, you know, my LCS has the wall for all the new books, and right underneath that, they've got little shelf bins for the last week's or the last month's issues. Somebody went rifling through there and pulled the top of them and bent them. So all of the issue ones of Eve all have major bends on the spine, which is kind of sad, but I got to sit down and read this. This was fantastic. This is definitely going on my pull list, and this is going to be not just a first arc and see where it goes. I'm adding this to my pull list, and I'm going to stick it out just like I did with Something's Killing the Children. I'm going to read straight through with this. I really, really enjoy this. Issue 1 really makes you kind of like, okay, you're introduced to the you're introduced to the character. You're kind of introduced to what's going on a little bit. And then at the end, it throws you a twist, and you're like, oh, this is going to ramp up, and this is going to be good. And then issue 2 delivers. Issue 2 delivers. This is going to be really good. Who's writing this again? Victor Lavelle? I'm digging this. So I got issue 1 and issue 2. It is Matrixy. Yes, Peter Parker Pants, it is Matrixy. A little bit, yeah. Excuse me. And then, please forgive me for butchering the pronunciation here. The Andolfo variant for number 1, if I'm remembering what I read on the back correctly. This is very fitting. I like this. For after reading issues 1 and issue 2, I'm glad I grabbed this. This cover is very fitting to the story. I'm digging the artwork. It's got a great sci-fi horror kind of post-apocalyptic survivalist vibe to it that I really, really, really dig, and it's definitely my jam. So I'm excited to have that and look forward to that read. This last year has been really tough on everybody out there in the world, and comic books got us through a lot. Got this community through a lot. These shows, everybody hanging out doing shows got us through a lot. And this is one of those titles that really rekindles that excitement to get back in a shop on a Wednesday when this issue is going to hit. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm not going to lie. I'm reading a lot of books to the point where it almost becomes a chore. And I go into the LCS and I'm like, okay, I got this. Here's this list is checked off. All right, I got everything that I need to. And I walk out. And then it's getting to the point where some Wednesdays I'm not kind of as excited as I want to be to read some books. Eve is reigniting or rekindling that flame and that excitement about looking out for a book when it hits every month. Throat's getting a little dry. But Something's Killing the Children's another one of those that I'm really excited about when it comes out. And literally, yeah, this is pretty much all going to be Boom. Once in Future, I've been really kind of, but Something's Killing the Children. Eve is going to be on that list. The Star Wars stuff I've been really digging, but everything else kind of feel like I'm going through the motions and picking up so that I don't miss that stuff. So it's really nice to have another title that I'm going to be really excited about every month when it drops. Whew. Wow. 19 minutes. We've run through all those books already. So here we are. Here's 2 wall books that I grabbed from my LCS along with the new Comic Book Day books. And I'm really excited for this, actually. Don't mind the creased bag for some reason. I don't know why this is creased. But we found issue number 4 of Something is Killing the Children. I don't know why the poly bag is creased, but the copy has it's near mint. It's a near mint copy in that 9.4 or better range. Issue 4 is a cameo appearance of Aaron Slaughter. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's cameo of Aaron Slaughter, if I remember correctly. And this book's been catching some heat. A lot of those issues, 1, 2, well, one's been hot, but I mean, issues 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, where we're starting to find out cameos versus first appearances versus this and that. We're starting to find out where those keys stand and lie in the series. These issues are heating up. If you are finding them in back issue bins anywhere, you should be grabbing them. Even if you don't want to keep them and you find this in a back issue bin for cover price, buy it for a friend. Buy it for a friend and say, hey, I spent $5. Shoot me $7 or $8. I'll ship it right to you. People, that's, A-OK, the love of life. Finding good books and hunting for good books for other friends around the country is a great time. I love doing that at the LCS. And along with this book, it became a 2-book kind of special. My LCS still has like half a short box of these things still sitting over there. They're all bundled up with the Berserker books. So if you buy a Berserker book, then you get one, I think it's a set of 2 or 3 Berserker books, then you get one of these. I was actually able to work out a package deal this evening so I could get a 8th print of number 1, which is super cool, to go along with issue number 4. So happy to add that, because those back issues of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, I think, are really what I'm trying to find and buy those up. I have literally 1 copy of each, and that's it. And I'm that kind of a collector. When something like this that I love that much, I want a couple of each, right? Something I used to do in the 90s. Buy one to read, and buy one to throw in the short box at a minimum. That's how I started. But let's hit up this chat here. Holy moly, it's been over 20 minutes, and 20 of you guys watching, thank you very much. We're recharging our batteries, are we not? We're getting that excitement flowing, talking about comic books. If you're here and you're not excited about comic books, man, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you're here just for the terrible jokes and this guy right here. Either way, thanks for being here. Yeah, Paul Dunn says, buy it for me. Who's all here still hanging out? I'm just going to scroll right up a little bit. Coffee Breath, thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm glad Oblivion Song is back as 2. Haven't read it. Yeah, it ends in like 6 issues. Ooh. Okay, now I kind of understand. Now I'm kind of feeling why they ramped up before they went on break, and now they're continuing this upward vibe or this upward ramp. Interesting. I actually, yes, I enjoy that cover of Geiger as well. We'll go through these books one more time here in just a little bit. Geiger, I was kind of caught by surprise. When I first read the premise of Geiger in previews, I was kind of like, I didn't order it. I should have. But either way, now I've got those first issues that I can read. That's very cool. A communist joke isn't funny unless everyone gets it. Wow. Stoutman says, yeah, he's talking about Die. There's going to be 20 issues of Die. Thanks for that, man. You're slaying me over here, sir. That's good stuff. Haha, 20-sided dice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has been that long. I remember playing D&D in the basement of an OG Pizza Hut with the old red roof, like an OG. And it's because back in the day, they let high school kids play in the basement of Pizza Huts because they knew every kid walking in that door had a 10 or 15 from their parents for pizza and pop and breadsticks and cheese sticks and everything else. And you'd sit there and play D&D on a Friday night after school all night until you had your fill of pizza and pop. Your family would pick you up at the end there. And I miss those days. Really miss. I never should have gotten out of playing D&D, but I digress. Here we go. We're going to roll right on here. Me too. I have to have privacy to read my books. Pricey. Yes. That's why the Comic Man Andy Comic Cave Comic Dojo is buried down here in the basement, and it is a frigid 60 degrees down here. Not because I want it to be. It's just because that's how Michigan basements work. They're down in the ground. It's really well insulated here. I'm down actually quite a bit. And it was almost 90 degrees today. Super humid and nasty. Well, the air conditioning keeps the main floor at X number of degrees. Cold air sinks. All the cold air sinks in the basement. It gets frigid down here. It really does. I am wearing flannel pajama pants tonight. I kid you not. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. Oh, what's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? A tire. There you go. How's that one? I missed out on Win and want to grab Eve. Yes, Stoutman, if you, borrow it from a friend, look for it online, check it out. I'm really digging Eve. I'm not going to tell people to go buy books. I don't know what your preferences are. I'm just telling you what I like. And when you guys get to know me and get to know this channel and hanging out and get to know my preferences, and you start to read stuff that I read, and if you do it, then you guys are going to feel the excitement coming through, and you're going to realize that some of the stuff, if you do like what I like, you're going to be right here every week, hopefully hanging out. We're going to be talking about these books, and you're going to be looking for those pickups when you can get to them. Eve, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually really excited about Eve. So thank you, Dank Comics. I hopefully you catch this on the rewind. Thanks again for pushing me to pick up that issue. And Blue Hellion bought the full Matina cover set of the Deceased comics. So I don't know. Oh, yes. Full run of something. Yeah. I struggle with being a completionist collector, and I try to keep myself to 4 titles. And I flirt with that every time when they release a new issue or a new series or something like that. And then I fall in love with it. And then it's like, okay, well, I've got to trim some things here or there and figure it out. Better not tell your wife you were sleeping on Eve. Oh, yeah. Back to that. Yeah, absolutely. That typo over there. You heard great stuff about it. Absolutely. Wind is supposed to be Tynion's baby, right? Yeah, everything from Tynnion has been fantastic, in my opinion. Something's Killing the Children. Wind is from Tynnion. The Tynnion's done some Batman stuff. What else is the Tynnion's? Tynnion's done the. Oh, there's so much. I wish I would have prepared a list. There's so many Tynnion reads out there that are really, really good. Tynnion is up there with Lemire for me. If I see something from Lemire, I'm buying it immediately, checking it out. So I've looked at Eve a couple of times, not picked it up. Come on, Mama. I think, yeah, okay. Come on, Mama. I know your collecting preferences. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say spend the $3.99 cover price and grab a copy or look for it digitally. Come on, Mama. I'm pretty sure you're going to really like Eve. Yes, it's kind of Matrixy a little bit. I'll read that next. Paul Dunn, message me when you're done reading that. I want to know what you think about that. Boom is definitely on fire. Thank you, Peter Parker Pants. Boom has been on fire. The community is not said it enough how much fire Boom is bringing every time. And it was kind of like a slow build, and some people are like, yeah, this has been really good, let's check this out. And then next thing you know, it seems like every week Boom has got something fantastic out, or at least every month at a minimum. What beer am I drinking? We are going with the good old hometown Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Oops, don't pour that out. That is actually open. Bell's Two-Hearted is one of my favorites. Bell is local here in Michigan. Speaking of which, throat's getting a little dry. So having a sip of that, that's some good stuff. We Live was my jam. Yes, We Live was really good, and I'm actually feeling a little regret letting go of my issues of We Live, but I should grab the trade and hopefully satiate that feeling. Yes, We Live was awesome. Holy chat jump. Don't mind the creased bag. Is that what you said? Oh, don't tell her that. Holy moly. Buy it for me, Paul Dunn says about that Web of Spider-Man one, or no, the Something's Killing the Children issues. Seriously, if I find some and I find books at cover price and I've already got copies, I'm always looking out for friends in the community. Getting pumped for Eve. Wait a minute. So it sounds like he's going to be reading here soon. Yeah, from a friend, you can get me Eve 1 and Eve 2. I can go back and take a look and see what's on the shelf, but literally, like, Eve 1 was from last month. I think there might be a couple. Then they're damaged too. People have been rummaging through that. Punch that thumbs up. Absolutely. Hulk smash and Wolverine slash that thumbs button. And if you like what you're seeing when you're hanging out here, consider hitting that subscribe button and join this comic collecting adventure and journey down here in the Comic Man Andy Comic Cave Comic Dojo. Absolutely. It gets expensive to get multiple copies. It does. But when you think about it, if you know what you like to collect and you know yourself extremely well and you use previews correctly, and let's say you find Something is Killing the Children 1. Let's rewind back to when that first came out. If you knew you were going to love that and you ordered enough copies, well, there weren't any incentives. Never mind. That's a terrible idea. Either way, I was going that route of if you use previews correctly and you order 25 copies to get the ratio variance, well, then you can A-OK those extra books out, or you can sell them at cover to friends and send those out. I haven't done that yet. I haven't gone that far, but I have gone as far to order like 10 books. You Promised Me Darkness was a book that I could not get anywhere at my LCS or surrounding LCSs at all. Zero. So I got the one cover C for issue 1. Then they told me that they wouldn't be able to get issue 2 and they wouldn't be able to get issue 3 at all. So I immediately went online and I ordered 10 copies of the second printing of issue 1, ordered 10 copies of the third printing issue 1, ordered 10 copies of issue 2, and ordered 10 copies of issue 3 because I knew that I was going to be able to put together some cool little bundle packages and have those issues that I want for my collection. So I'll keep moving right along here. I'm here getting ready for work. Oh man, don't work too hard tonight. Hello to everyone. Happy new comic book day. Absolutely. Don, I got a big key today after losing my first copy in a fire 20 years ago. Batman Adventures 12 is back. Oh, congratulations, man. That is awesome. That is very cool. 20 years ago in a fire. That's terrible to hear about, but at least you got the book back. Have fun, Herm. If you want to know Andy's book preferences, just look behind them. No joke. You know, we're here hanging out, and this is you eat with your eyes, right? I don't put this stuff up just for, you know, candy. It's just not just eye candy. These are the books that I read and enjoy and love. Absolutely, wholeheartedly. Just Saga. Jay says just Saga. Nice House on the Lake was a surprise move from DC for me. I loved that book. I really did. I'm glad I listened to you guys as well on that one. That was a really good read. Yeah, Tinian. Nice House on the Lake was Tinian too, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm not right. Oh yeah, right there. Tinian's latest masterpiece. Nice House on the Lake. Cool. Absolutely. Thank you. It's going to be special. Oh, yeah. I better actually finish this and go onto my email and add that to my pull list with my LCS. You grew up on Bells, Portage raised. Very cool. Peter Parker Pants, message me on IG here. I'll talk to you later on after the show. My IG is at Comic Man Andy. Find me. I'd like to hear about a couple of Bells stories from you because that place has changed dramatically over the years. Dramatically is actually not a right word. Over the years, it's changed very well. And they've done some awesome things there. Seawater 19, thanks for being here, man. Speaking of great comic books and great comic book content, Seawater 19, check out his channel. Check out what he has going on. He is the master of hauling bins worth of 20-cent books home that end up being all the books everybody's, looking for. Very fun time, Seawater. Good to see you around tonight. Hopefully work's not killing you. You have 15 copies of #1 second print. Ooh, of You Promised Me Darkness. That's the yellow one, right? Let me know. I can't quite remember. Still missing 1B, though. Okay. Bad Idea Comics cannot be found at any of my LCSs, and everyone says the books are great. That makes me sad. We are going to hot topic this really quick. In fact, I should just make a hot topic segment one of these days for the live streams that I can clip out and share back with everybody else. Bad Idea is not anywhere on my radar. I wanted to read those books. I really did. They sounded interesting. And I went into my LCS ahead of time and said, hey, can we get these books in? I would like to order these and I'd like to read them. They tried. And they tried. And they tried. Bad Idea didn't even respond. Not once. Not even a, hey, thank you for your inquiry. Not even a, they didn't even bother to respond to my LCS. How many other LCSs out there didn't even get a single response from them? Bad Idea turned out to actually be a bad idea, and now it just sounds like they're going to rebrand it. Hopefully they rebrand their customer service as well, because leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Bad Idea leaves a sour taste in my mouth with that poor customer service aspect from them towards reputable LCSs, not just people, not just walking customers, reputable LCSs that are planning on spending lots of money with them and propelling their brand. Oh man, frustrating. We Live was nominated for an Eisner today. Ooh, best limited series. Gideon Falls was nominated for best continuing series. Ooh, love me some Gideon Falls from Lemire, along with Daredevil, Department of Truth, Stillwater, you say I can't pronounce it, and Bitterroot. So it is no surprise that if you paid attention to the last couple of weeks or last couple of months when it comes to books and indie books on the rise, every single book here on this list has been going up in price the last couple of weeks, if not last month or two. Gideon Falls, I think, is the one outlier that's still lagging a little bit behind, which is a fantastic story. We Live, as you guys are aware, modern indie readers are aware of what We Live has done and what its potential is, and it has been going up. And I have a little seller's remorse about letting go of my reader set, but I'm still going to have a little bit of regret with that one. Either way, And Gideon Falls, I think it just trails everything else a little bit. But that one, nominated for Best Continuing Series, there's a fire kindling there with Gideon Falls. Daredevil has been doing good things. Department of Truth has been on fire. Actually, Stillwater's lagging a little bit too. So I'm proving myself a little bit wrong here going through these. Either way, Bitter Root's been great. Which are you looking for, Steve? Get that B cover with Nice House on the Lake. Okay, yeah, I didn't get any of the extra covers of the Nice House on the Lake, and I should have. At least I'm happy with having at least a cover A. Yes, sir. Wow, You Promised Me Darkness. Yeah, that is a good book. That Simmons cover for Nice House on the Lake is awesome. Is that the pool one? That pool one, I guess, is blowing up, if that's it. It's not on your radar. It seems like a bad idea. It absolutely is a bad idea. All of them takers so far. Yeah, there's a couple maybe I'll cave in and read them digitally. Either way, I think my LCS still has both tankers and ENAC one, not first print. Yeah, they are ghost books pretty much anywhere I've been to in Michigan. Don't exist in Michigan. I'm maybe over in Detroit. I don't know. I didn't see them anywhere else. Maybe only big cities got them. I don't know. Let's hope that when they rebrand, they open up wider. I'm in Wyoming. No comic store for an hour and a half. Either way I go. Absolutely. Oh, man. So you're saying either none of them had it or you don't have a comic book store for an hour and a half around you. That is terrible. Terrible. Either way, man. Yeah, send them a message. Maybe they'll respond to you. Maybe they'll be able to do some customer service magic over on your end there. Paul Dunn's liking Stillwater. I'm glad Stillwater's been picking up a little bit. Stillwater got a little slow, and I think it's getting better. I'll pick them up if you need. Oh, ooh, interesting. See? Friends helping friends. Absolutely. Stillwater is definitely fire. Super Kick Party. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Yo, hello, dude. Do you still read Ninja Turtles IDW ongoing series? 117 just came out. This is the perfect time to recap these books. Buckle up, everybody. Sit tight for another 5 minutes. We'll recap these books. I'll show those 2 wall books again that we picked up today from the LCS, and we'll go over 2 big announcements. So Super Kick Party, awesome segue here. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for hanging out in the Comic Man Annie Comic Cave Comic Dojo. We're at a crispy 60 degrees down here, and I'm all decked out to keep warm. So going right back from last month, still one on the shelf. Glad I listened to Dank Comics and other people and picked this up. Eve. Issue 1. Excellent read. Issue 2 was what was out today, and issue 2 definitely delivered. And these covers are delivering too. These are excellent covers. And surprisingly, the Andolfo variant, that was still sitting there in the bin. So pick that up for cover price. That was from last month. Wind issue 7. Tinian. Why I didn't pick up a Tinian book is beyond me. Found issues 1 through 6 at a neighboring LCS at a different town for $15 in a package deal, which is great. So grabbed issue 7 out today, adding that to the reading pile and adding Wind to my actual pull list every month. Die issue 17, cover B. These covers never cease to amaze me. The covers are great, but it's one of those books that I gotta disconnect from everything to sit down and actually read them without distractions. But there it is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 117, adding that to the reading pile. Carson and I are about halfway through the entire series, reading and reviewing that on his channel. Hopefully we'll be able to get back together again once his work schedule settles down. So there's Die, issue 17, cover A. Very cool. Geiger, issue 3 is going to be the next book I read tonight before hitting the hay. I'm digging this cover. I really like that cover. Oblivion Song is back. Issue 31 is out, and it makes sense that things are getting as crazy as they are because it sounds like there's only a handful of issues left, which is going to be kind of sad. Oblivion Song's been a ton of fun. Bounty Hunters from Marvel. Bounty Hunters 13, the 50th Lucasfilm variant. Somehow limited to 1 per person today? I don't know. Either way, that's added to the pack. And you know why I added that and why I love that? Ooh.
I love gold.
Absolutely. I love gold. Speaking of which, War of Bounty Hunters, cover A, issue 13, adding that to the reading pile. Like I said, the wife's been reading that entire series. I've got every tie-in happening for War of the Bounty Hunters, so I will not miss that whole event. That's the first real comic book event that I've been really excited about since House and Powers, really. And what happened after that? Next up, we've got Web of Spider-Man #1, limited to 1 per person at my LCS today. So by the time I got there was still a couple copies left. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll grab one. Little scratch-off lottery ticket, if you will. And what did I say? This is, the Pride variant for Bounty Hunters, looking really good. They do a good job with some of these variants. This is going to look really good in a slab. So is that all the book? That's all the new comic book day books. So let's get into the 2 wall books that I was able to grab today. I was so happy to pick up this little package deal. We've got issue #4 of Something is Killing the Children. Oh, excellent save, Andy. That's why everything's bagged and boarded, right? Issue 4, Something's Killing the Children. I don't know why the sleeve is folded right there, but we'll get that rebagged and reboarded. This is in decent near mint condition. It's got a couple of little challenges, but it's never read, never open. So the spine is and the corners are looking fantastic. So that could probably get a 9.6 after a clean and press. We did a little package deal and got a copy of the 8th printing as well. Super cool to walk out with those 2 books from the wall, which leaves us with just the announcements left. Once again, thank everybody for hanging out and recharging those batteries today. Hopefully you guys are feeling energized and recharged talking about comic books. Now we got a whole nother week to wait. In the meantime, though, if you haven't checked it out, Simbleman's Comics is back on his channel with a weekly live stream called the Comic News Weekly. And I'm honored to be a part of that every week. And we did the first show last night, and that was actually a ton of fun. You're with people that you haven't been around in a little while. You're kind of getting each other's grooves and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fun. The show, about halfway through, we kind of found our stride. Things were going well. I'm looking forward to that next episode next week. What else we got going on here? We are on the road. This is that journey to 1,000 subscribers. That video is going to be coming soon. I've been promising it for at least a month now, if not 6 weeks. Going to be working on that soon. That journey to 1,000 subscribers means that we are going to be doing, say it with me here, we're going to be doing the Slabaganza giveaway. Say it with me, Slabaganza giveaway. Slabaganza giveaway. Absolutely. The Slabaganza giveaway is going to be happening here sometime soon. What does that mean? That means hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, come hang out for Mail Call Mondays, come hang out for New Comic Book Day Wednesdays, and any other content that's dropping. And then you won't miss a beat when that video drops to enter the Slabaganza giveaway. It'll be one video, easy peasy, comment to enter type of situation. And then when the channel reaches that goal, then we'll do a live stream where we do a comment generator or a comment selector, or we do a wheel where we randomize, and we're going to give away a bunch of 9. Well, not all of them are 9.8. There are some 9.6s, but it's going to be the Slabaganza giveaway. There's already 5 books in that pile, and I'm hoping to find a few more, and they're all going to be given away live on the channel coming up. So I'm really looking forward to that. I cannot wait for that. Whew. It has been a Wednesday. Let's say goodbye to this chat really quick, and let's get ready to call it a night and get back to reading some books. Gotta say, Bad Idea Comics are really good. Don't like their process, but still the skill. Yeah, that I'm hearing from people that the reads are good. I just can't find the books anywhere. I'm not interested in paying secondary market prices for books that aren't just, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. It's kind of frustrating. Their customer service with, my LCS and other LCSs in Michigan has not been great. And in fact, it's actually really frustrating. Stoutman says, hey, man, you going to do another bagging and boarding hangout? Yes, bagging and boarding will be back this Sunday. It's been a ton of fun. I've got way too many comic books sitting down here that need to be rebagged and reboarded into the collection. And actually, I'm actually going to miss the neighborhood garage sale to put those out for free for the kids in the neighborhood. So I'll have to figure out some other way to organize that, because I just haven't gotten that stuff done yet either. Bagging and boarding was fun, casual hangout. Yes, I do want to continue to do that. The way StreamYard works now, if I drop that link in the chat for people to come hang out, there's that lobby notification where I can make sure things are appropriate before adding anybody to the stream, because back in the old day with Google Hangouts, people just showed up and whatever happened. So if you kind of put 2 and 2 together, crazy things did happen. That was a close call. Yes, literally that book it just, thank God everything was bagged and boarded. I mean, if it wasn't bagged and boarded, that would have ended up on a ding on the corner. Oh boy. You enjoyed the Pride variant for TMNT? I did not see that. They must have sold out before I got to my LCS. Was that this week or was that last week? I'll look for it again, but absolutely. One more time while we close the.
I love gold.
And come on, Mama says 889 subs. Tell your friends. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Slabaganza giveaway. I'm excited to see this go down. We got some wall bangers. Absolutely. I don't always buy wall books. So when I'm actually finding something on a wall for what I think is an affordable price for my collection, I got really excited about that, man. I really did. Myself, Battle Panda, appreciate your efforts, sir. And we appreciate everyone here who helps make this community awesome. Absolutely. I don't know about 1,000 by Friday. Holy moly, if that were to happen, I'd have to do something really, I'd have to really find a big way to A-OK the community for that. Oh, man. It's been 2 years. This month is the 2-year mark that I've been on YouTube, hashing it out and hanging it out with everybody. So 2 years later, here we are still having fun, and I do not plan on ending this anytime soon. I'm loving hanging out with you guys on Mondays and Wednesdays on this channel, and Wednesdays on the Comic Core, and look at all the other places that we get to hang out too. It's very cool. Holy coconuts, Justin Ricanis Comics. What's good, man? If you don't know Justin Ricanis Comics, please check him out. Check out his content. He has some of the funnest shows out there. The art show, the drawing show. Why is it escaping me at the moment? I just saw an alert for that not too long ago. That's been awesome. That's a ton of fun, and some hilarious things happen on there. I kid you not. Hilarious things. But don't forget to support Justin Rican in his comics and hang out with him. Hey, Shortbox Padawan, good to see you. Thanks for being here, stopping by. Just finished up and closing out the show. We've already been going for 45 minutes. See, this is where I want to get back into longer form content on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then coming up with segments in that longer form of content so that I can clip those segments out and repost it for people that want to indulge in shorter form 5, 10, 15-minute videos. Because I'm seeing so many people coming in and strolling in that I haven't had a chance to talk to in several weeks or maybe even a month. I love it. So I think maybe getting into that mindset of doing an hour on Monday and an hour on Wednesday and then clipping shorter content for later on might be where I need to be. I've always, the last almost year, I've always felt like I wanted to keep this for 20 minutes and keep it digestible for everybody. But so many people are popping through and coming and hanging out that maybe it's just got to be an hour and it's got to be fun, and then I can clip shorter form content for people on the rewatch later. Either way, absolutely. You don't have to be sorry for anything. We can do it. 1,000 by Friday? Wow, that's gonna be crazy. You're talking the largest sub push and sub growth I've seen in a 2-day span ever. Andy is the freaking man. No, man, you are the freaking man. Holy coconuts, Rod. Thanks for being here. Everyone go through all your private accounts and make sure you're subbed. Lamer Frame, thank you. I don't know why that was escaping me. Lamer Frame is fantastic every week. Don't miss that out. Speaking of great content with somebody, I love Nerds Being Geeks. I love your content. Be sure to check him out and sub him up. His content's a ton of fun. I love his delivery and his style when he's doing his shows and doing his recordings. It's a fun time. Don't forget to check him out and check out his content. Please do. Absolutely. Where are we at? Love the setup, bro. This setup, everybody here watching, this setup is 100% inspired by Justin Rican and his comics. If you look back at Justin Rican and his comics, his original OG content from probably 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 2 years ago, he actually in his desk area had slabs hanging behind his head. And if I remember correctly, he used 3M strips and he used, I forget what the collector mounts. And that's how I discovered collector mounts, through him and Simpleman's Comics. And I did the same thing. I hung a bunch of slabs up behind me on the doors. And now this is just like the third version or the third iteration of how it's been set up behind me. And it's kind of like what I really enjoy staring at while we sit here and hang out and talk, is some fun lights, my favorite comic books, all set up and all hung out. So Justin Rican and his comics, this background is 100% inspired by you, man. I owe you for the idea, and its third iteration where it's at now is I just kind of continue to add to it and change it a little bit, man. I've been talking so much, I'm actually getting a little congested. Holy moly. Yo, Bravo. Hey, Bravo. How's it going? Absolutely. Where we at here? Stop. You're making me blush. Yeah, keep dropping the content, man. It's good stuff. I am definitely going to Motor City this year. We've got our hotel booked. I'm just trying to figure out when they're going to drop the damn tickets so we can buy tickets. I cannot wait to go to Motor City. Motor City is one of my favorite cons to go to every year. I can't wait. You're firing me up, man. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been an hour. I'm going to close this out. We did the announcements. We did New Comic Book Day. Wow, we did some wall banger books. What else did we do? We shouted out the chat and hung out with the chat for 3 different times tonight. This is awesome. I'm going to continue rambling if I don't close it out. But really quick, my new segment has started dropping on my channel where I clip from Monday Mail Call. I clip a segment that I'm calling and I'm dubbing Check Out Andy's Package. And let me just share with you guys that opening bumper for that because that's been fun for everybody still hang out here.
I have a package for you.
So that's my opening bumper for my segment that's going to be clipped out of every Monday show. It's going to be Check Out Andy's Package, short form content or short form video, 5 to 10 minutes when I open that package for that week. So if you guys are always welcome to come hang out live every Monday, I really enjoy it and really enjoy that recharge. But then for people that are tighter on time that still want to hang out and still want to see those packages, they still want to check out Comic Man Andy's Package, we're going to clip that shorter form content so that people can enjoy that as well. And that's how I'm going to open up the segment every time. That was a ton of fun. Yes, Peter Parker Pants Motor City for sure this year. I think I'm going to have to get a hoodie or something that's got my name on the back or a hockey jersey, something. I think that would be really cool. I cannot wait. Excuse me. Once again, you guys have recharged my batteries. Comic books. This connective tissue that we talk about, comic books, is an amazing thing. The most amazing thing out there are you guys and everybody hanging out every week, every day, every month, talking comic books. You guys are the best. You guys are the greatest thing about comic books. Absolutely. So to finish it off for the day, y'all know how I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side for the next video. And remember, the most important part, all day, every week, be kind to each other.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller boogie has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty.
I love gold. I have a package for you.